Today, we're diving into the world of motorcycle clubs and taking a closer look at one of the most notorious and iconic groups out there, the Hells Angels. The Hells Angels, one of the most notorious motorcycle clubs in the world, has had its fair share of rivalries throughout its history. While the club has chapters and associates in various countries, this video will focus on some of the key rival enemies the Hells Angels have encountered over the years. It's important to note that rivalries can vary from region to region, and the intensity of these rivalries may have changed over time. Known for their rebellious spirit and fierce brotherhood, Hells Angels had their fair share of rivalries and enemies throughout their history. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 rival enemies of the Hells Angels, so grab a cold one, buckle up, and let's get started. Number 1. The Outlaws Motorcycle Club. The Outlaws Motorcycle Club is one of the most prominent rivals of the Hells Angels. Established in 1935, the Outlaws have a strong presence in the United States, Europe, and Australia. The Hells Angels and Outlaws have clashed numerous times over territorial disputes and control of the motorcycle club scene. These conflicts have led to violent confrontations, resulting in casualties on both sides. The intense rivalry between the two clubs has persisted for decades and continues to this day. Number 2. The Bandidos Motorcycle Club. Another significant rival of the Hells Angels is the Bandidos Motorcycle Club. Founded in 1966 in Texas, the Bandidos have expanded their influence across the United States, Europe, and Australia. Like the Hells Angels, the Bandidos have faced accusations of criminal activities, including drug trafficking and organized violence. The rivalry between the Hells Angels and the Bandidos has led to numerous clashes, often involving brutal acts of violence, which have resulted in deaths and injuries on both sides. 3. The Mongols Motorcycle Club. The Mongols Motorcycle Club, established in 1969 in California, is another rival enemy of the Hells Angels. The Mongols gained notoriety for their criminal activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, and racketeering. The Hells Angels and the Mongols have engaged in a bitter and violent rivalry, particularly in California and other western U.S. states. This rivalry has resulted in numerous shootings, stabbings, and other violent confrontations between the two clubs. 4. The Pagans Motorcycle Club. The Pagans Motorcycle Club, formed in 1959 in Maryland, is known for its strong presence on the east coast of the United States. The Pagans have clashed with the Hells Angels on multiple occasions, primarily in the northeastern U.S. states. The rivalry between these two clubs has led to violent confrontations and turf wars over control of drug distribution networks, particularly in the New York and Pennsylvania regions. This ongoing rivalry has resulted in casualties on both sides. 5. The Vagos Motorcycle Club. The Vagos Motorcycle Club, established in California in the 1960s, is another notable rival of the Hells Angels. The Vagos have a significant presence in the southwestern United States and have expanded their influence into other regions. The Hells Angels and the Vagos have engaged in territorial disputes and clashes over control of drug trafficking operations. These conflicts have led to violent confrontations, including shootings and assaults, as both clubs vie for dominance in the criminal underworld. It is important to emphasize that while these rivalries have been well documented, the extent and intensity of these conflicts can vary between different regions and periods. Additionally, it is essential to recognize that not all members of these motorcycle clubs are involved in criminal activities, and the actions of a few do not represent the entire membership. The Hells Angels have encountered various rival enemies throughout their history. These rivalries have resulted in a long-standing cycle of violence and criminal activities, as the clubs compete for power, territory, and control within the world of outlaw motorcycle clubs. Well, there you have it, folks. The top 5 rival enemies of the Hells Angels. The intense rivalries between these motorcycle clubs have left a mark on the history of outlaw biker culture. While we don't condone or promote violence, it's undeniable that these rivalries have shaped the mythology surrounding motorcycle clubs. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Also, let us know in the comments if there are any other rivalries you'd like us to cover. Ride safe, everyone, and until next time, stay awesome.